So today we're doing Bittorrent technical analysis because it's up like 47%, why not? So we're gonna see what has actually happened, why it stopped where it stopped, and what we might expect gonna happen in the next days, maybe weeks, maybe close future, okay? That's the plan for today. The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel and the Bittorrent video. I hope you're gonna enjoy this. Yeah. So without further ado, let's just get into the charts, make my face smaller, charts bigger, and start talking about what's actually happened so far. So you can see here, my previous Bittorrent video was new pump imminent because we broke these two lines over here, the top of this area. And it was very important. The top line over here, the 17,919 line, that's the all-time high daily close. These two here are weekly close, 16, what's that? 16,200. That's the all-time weekly close. We can see that here, right? That's the all-time weekly close, and monthly, that's also the bottom line down there. So let me just zoom in. So basically these two lines is a weekly and monthly close, all-time high, but you can see here on the way out down here that it actually got support on the weekly all-time high close, not the monthly. So weekly is more important. Also, as a word of advice for you technical analysis out there, crypto is working on the weekly charts, so if you are doing analysis, look at the weekly charts because that's where the money is, okay? Just remember the weekly charts. That said, you can see here clearly that it got support down here. There was another support line, doesn't matter where, but the resistance line was up here. And if you look on the weekly chart, what happened here on the weekly chart is that after the first pump, after 200, actually 300 pump, we got above and closed above the weekly all-time high close, but on the next week we just dumped back all the way down, and that was very bearish, right? And then we had to crab all the way back above the all-time high, weekly all-time high. But once we closed above all-time weekly high, right after that, we pumped this pump all the way up to this line over here, and I'm going to show you why this line is actually quite perfect up here. So let's see what's actually happening on the daily, just a little bit more, and you can see here that price, the first time it pumped around 300%. All the way to the VIX 300%, but from in the 2 days it was around 144%, right? And you can see here these 2 days over here, they are also around, it pumped around 145%, almost the same, but without the VIX we are only under 30%, so maybe it's gonna go all the way up to 145% again, one more time. So we're gonna see why it's actually stopping here. So this line over here is actually drawn from the weekly chart, because I can just remove so I can tell you where the line draw. So there was some kind of tops here on the weekly, right? And I was like thinking, yeah, they might indicate some kind of top here, because there are no other decent lines that you can use. I mean, you can use the bottoms over here and then tops over here, something like that, and maybe this is gonna be some kind of a third resistance line after here, right? So when we get here, maybe we're gonna go all the way up here at 0.01 or whatever this is, 0.0. Maybe that's the actual target for Bittorrent, but we are not gonna get into these kind of price predictions quite yet. We have to see what's gonna happen here right now. But this top comes here from this top over here and this one over here. I'm gonna explain why I use actually these two and not, for example, something like this. This is a bearish engulfing candle, and when drawing trend lines, you kind of just ignore these green or red candles, whatever, because the next candle that's bearish or bullish engulfing candle, it just eliminates this candle. So these 2 points are the top points on this part over here, and it also corresponds with the top over here. Not exactly, but pretty decent, because you gotta use something. And once I drew this and I saw that it hit up here, then you kind of know it is the correct trend line. So we're gonna use this, because right now the price might actually start doing something like this, following this resistance line on the top over here. So we gotta have that in mind. So the question comes now, like, what's gonna happen next? Are we gonna dump down? Are we gonna go up? So we gotta see what has happened so far, and for that we're gonna see, we're gonna look on the small time frames. On the small time, we're gonna actually go down all the way down to the 5-hourly time frame, because this is hourly chart. So if you go to the 4 hours, you get nothing. You gotta zoom in and then get this nice pattern that you can actually draw on and see what's actually happening. I'm gonna also show you the moving averages, because moving averages are very nice. You can see here that once it started pumping, it was this is the first pump up. But first we were holding here the above the weekly close, right? And once we pumped up about weekly close, the first thing we did is go and retest the all-time high daily close, and once that was confirmed, we start pumping like crazy. I mean, it was like crazy. First we went up, jumped above all the time frames, right? And then we went up and then down to the 50. The yellow is 50 moving average. We went down to the 50 moving average, jumped up 20 moving average, jumped up 20 moving average. But you see, this 20 moving average, the distance is it's going faster and faster, and then it jumped really high up all the way to this our top line over here, and now it's correcting down to the 100 moving average. This can actually go all the way down to 200 moving average, right? We don't know, because this is a 5-hourly chart. Not only that, it can actually wait for the 400 moving average, or even 800 moving average. That's all the way down here. So this is 400, 800, 200 moving average. So how long this part is gonna take zigzag before it try to retest this line again? But I think because it will retest this one, I think we're gonna retest it one more time before we actually get rejected. If we get above it, then this line is gonna act as a support, and then what might happen is that we go above the line and then try to use it as a support, and then we see how long that holds, right? But right now this is the pattern that's actually forming, and the only thing we can get out of this right now is some kind of pattern, maybe something like this. It looks decent enough. It looks decent enough. Depends on how you draw it. Maybe something like here. It looks better down here. You know, drawing patterns, kind of artistic. Maybe this some kind of triangle, and it looks like if this is if the price stays above. If the price stays above these moving averages over here, the likelihood for breakout is very high, because we are getting in the end of this triangle. If this correct chart, this is 5-minute chart, and 5-minute chart doesn't matter anything. You know, somebody might just come and just like, okay, let's start buying 1 million shares of whatever, and suddenly the price starts moving up before it crashes, because it's 5-minute chart. That's just how things work, you know. But whatever, we are looking at 5-minute chart, and the likelihood right now is on the upside, because we are above these moving averages. So if that holds, the price might be something during the around the resistance line, right? So that's what we're looking for. We want to get out of this triangle. We want to retest this resistance line, because if we retest this resistance line 2 times, it's pretty much confirmed that this is a pretty decent resistance line. Then I would like to confirm it on the higher time frame, like 4 hourly or daily, something like that, like big moves on the hourly, daily, because that's gonna give us even more confirmation that the line is actually pretty good. And then after that, you want to see the move above the line, and after that you want to see the retest on the line to confirm that it's actually a real line. Now this can actually go further. Like we said, this is only up I didn't mean to draw a little star over there, but yeah, whatever. Okay, I cannot see this. Wait me, let me just remove some of these lines. Yeah, okay, it's enough. So let me remove this as well. Okay, so basically this move is already, like we said, it's around 108% up to that. It's 155%. So like this over here, it can even go double of that. This, like where is it, 300% all the way up here, just like this move here, that, and then go back to the resistance line, because you can see here it went to the resistance line, broke it, this is the 144 move, right? Exactly as over here. Even with the wick, if you look at the wick over here, that's exactly what happened here. It got to the line and then wicked up to the line. Same here, got to the line around, how many percent was that? That was 150%, and then wicked up to the line up here, wicked up to the line, and after that it went all the way up to 223%. Before next day went back down and then went all the way up like 300%, right? So that might happen somewhere, something here as well. We are down here at 108, then we wicked up here, then maybe it's gonna go next day a little bit down here and then go all the way like 300%. That can happen, but history is usually don't. If history repeats, it usually only repeats 2 times. It's rarely that it repeats 3 times in a row. But if it does, like, whoa, the stars are aligning or something like that, you know. So right now we are just watching actually what's gonna happen. This might happen. So the thing I'll be watching right now is this triangle on the 5-minute chart and see if we actually can get the retest up here. But the move itself, whether it's finished or not, it really depends. It really depends if the move is finished or not. But it was a nice move. So that's what we got now, and that's what I got for you for today. Anyways, if you like the Bittorrent video, subscribe for more Bittorrent videos, because we've been doing a couple of Bittorrent videos and they've been performing well, so the likelihood of the next Bittorrent video coming up when something happens is huge. So do subscribe. Also like the video for the YouTube algorithm, comment down in the comment section and stuff like that. Thanks for watching, see you later today. Bye bye.